They'd gathered from early evening in the square outside the European Parliament. Almost all of them here pro-EU, but was it to be their night? Inside the chamber, the dust settled quickly as projections came in. Fragmentation was the word of the night. The dominance of the big centre-left and centre-right groupings hit hard.
Exit polls and estimates.
Not though by the pan-continental nationalist Eurosceptic surge some had predicted, but in large part by liberal pro-Europe parties.
For the first time in 40 years, since the first elections in 1979 of the European Parliament, the two classical parties, Socialists and Conservatives, will no longer have a majority.
So a good night for the Greens.
It is a good night. It is a good night. Excellent night. It was on the top of my expectations. So I'd said the worst case 50, best case 70, and it's closer to 70 than it is to 50.
Still, in the few countries where nationalist anti-Brussels forces are strong, so too were their results. In France, nationalist Marine Le Pen beat President Macron's party, but given the hard time he's had in recent months, it could have been worse for him. Italy's right-wing interior minister was thrilled. His party, calling for fundamental reform in Brussels, topped the Italian polls.
Not only is the League the first party in Italy, but Marine Le Pen is the first party in France. In the UK, Nigel Farage is first. So Italy, France, England. It's the sign of a Europe that is changing.
So the dominance of the two traditional centrist parties has given way to a boost for smaller ones, some Eurosceptic but most not. And the turnout, 50.5%, is a record. The central message then is that voters mostly don't necessarily want less Europe, but they do want change. There is something else, though, that will surely focus many, many minds here in Brussels. Nigel Farage, a thorn in so many sides in this chamber, a man who's tried to dismantle the EU from within. His party could now be one of the largest national parties in this chamber. For Brexit, the louder the noise Mr Farage and his party make here, the less likely it is that the EU will grant another extension come October. Mark Stone, Sky News in Brussels.